All right, let's talk about a piece of your home you probably use every single day, but maybe don't think about too much, the kitchen sink. Today, we're going to break down something called the ASRAS Nanometer Kitchen Workstation. We're going to see what it is and how it's trying to solve some of those classic everyday kitchen headaches.
So let's just start with this question right here. Is your kitchen actually working against you? It's a really interesting way to think about it, right? Because for so many of us, that central spot, the sink, can honestly feel like the source of our biggest daily frustrations. And yeah, that frustration is exactly where we're going to begin. Let's dive into the everyday struggles that come with most traditional sink designs. The very problems this whole new workstation concept is trying to fix.
I bet a lot of this looks familiar. Cluttered counters, water getting absolutely everywhere, sinks that seem to get a new scratch every time you wash a fork. The point is, these aren't just little annoyances. They're these daily battles that can make cooking and cleaning feel like a total chore. Okay, so now that we've set the stage with all the things that drive us crazy, let's look at the proposal's solution. And it's an idea that goes way beyond just being a place to wash dishes. It's about rethinking the whole area as a multi-purpose kitchen workstation. I mean, listen to this language. This really gets to the heart of what they're promising. It's not just about getting dishes cleaner. It's about transforming your entire culinary experience from, and I quote, mundane to magnificent. That's a pretty big claim for a sink, you gotta admit. So, what do they even mean by a kitchen workstation? Well, here's the definition. It's an integrated system. The key word there is integrated. The goal isn't just one single function. It's to streamline everything, from chopping your veggies all the way to the final cleanup, all in one spot. So what's the secret sauce here? What's the technology that makes all of this possible? Well, it all comes down to what's called the nanometer advantage, and it's all about the actual science of the sink's surface. And here you can really see the difference laid out. On one hand, you have your traditional sinks. They get scratched up, they stain, and you practically need a chemistry set to keep them clean. But the idea with this nanometer surface is that it's built to resist all of that. It's supposed to repel grime, which makes it easier to clean and, in theory, keeps your kitchen a whole lot more hygienic. But the innovation isn't just skin deep. The sink itself is 4 millimeters thick. Now that might just sound like a number, but what it really means is durability. It's all about making sure this thing can handle heavy pots, pans, and years of use without getting all dented and damaged. So that tough, advanced surface is the foundation. But the whole workstation idea really comes to life with all the extra features that are designed to work together as one cohesive system. It's all about efficiency. And check this out. The basin is 220 millimeters deep. That's almost 9 inches. Why does that matter? Well, think back to that splashing problem we talked about. This extra depth is designed specifically to keep the water in the sink where it belongs, keeping your counters dry and making it way easier to wash those big, awkward pots. This is where you can see how all the little add-ons come together to solve specific problems. That high-pressure cup rinser? That's for cleaning those water bottles and weirdly shaped glasses that are impossible to get your hand into. The drain plate gives you back some counter space and cuts down on clutter. And the knife holder? A much safer and more organized spot than a jumbled drawer. Every feature has a job to do. Okay, so we've looked at the tech, we've seen the features. Let's zoom out for a second and just think about what this kind of all-in-one design really means for the future of our kitchens. I think this quote from the product description really says it all. They're not just trying to sell you a better sink. They're trying to sell you a complete reimagining of the most important spot in your kitchen. The claim is that this one object can literally change how your entire kitchen works. So if we boil it all down, the big promise here can be summed up in this 3-step transformation. The idea is to take your kitchen from a state of clutter to one of organization, to turn a daily chore into a much better experience, and to upgrade a basic functional object into something with smart, streamlined efficiency. And this is all part of a much bigger trend, right? We're embedding smarts and multifunctionality into all sorts of everyday things. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. As our homes keep getting smarter, what other simple, everyday object is totally overdue for a complete reimagining? Thanks for watching.